What? Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of junk down there in the woods, but there's also that cool homestead. I can see a well building and a foundation. Hey everyone, we're on the side of the road in Talbot County. I see something on the lens. Let me clean that off. Hey everybody, we're out here in Talbot County, and we have always seen this little cemetery off the side of the road. And I think the fence was closed a couple of times when we stopped by here, but we noticed the other day that the fence was open and we thought we'd bring you in here. I'm sure this was either an old family plot. Looks like all the names are homes. Our research revealed that this is called the Miller Holmes Family Cemetery. There's a little bird over there. Oh, look at the little birds. Wonder if they found a little bird bath situation going on. So the Holmes, if you are one of those family members, let us know. I will get home and I will check on some of these names like I like to do for you guys and see if I can give you some information about this family. We'll start right here with Mary Holmes Tidwell. Passed away in 1954, born in 1868. That was a nice long life. 1845, William Thomas Holmes. Mary Holmes Tidwell. Ooh, pecans, Pop.
What?
There's some pecans. We might see if we can get a few to put in our pockets. Jenny Evans Holmes, August 3rd, 1847 to November 15th, 1931. There's a pecan tree there. Let's see if we can find any pecans anywhere. Roberta Holmes, 1848 to 1914. Annie H. Leonard, a Holmes, and Jim. So this is likely a family plot. Perhaps this was their land. A few more pecans down here. Fill my pockets with pecans. Definitely a family plot. This one has no writing, but it is in the Holmes plot. William Thomas Jr., Blanche D. Holmes, wife of William Thomas Jr. Eight, 1986. Now here's, this is interesting. 1999. Julia Marshall Holmes, wife of W. Thomas Holmes Jr. Looks like he might have had a second marriage to Blanche who lived until 1986, while Julia passed away in 1928. So he has his first wife and then his second wife. He's got each wife on either side of him. And the birds were in here. This little stone's kind of made a little bird bath for the birds in the area. Let's sneak over here real quick. See if it's just all Holmes family. H-O-L-M-S. James H. These are Freemans. That urn is off of there just a little bit. If it looks like we have a few little children here. Whoa, whoa, almost tripped on that stone. Sally, be careful. 1897 to 1899. Estelle and Mary Virginia, infant daughter. June to September, just a little one. This area is fenced in. Looks like a whole section of cement here. With a little bird bath going on. Webster, Samuel Webster, 1833 to 1905. Cool. Maybe we'll be able to find out online how that they are related. She lived well and died well, and now sleeps well. Levi Pierce Woodall, married to Frances Freeman. Frances Freeman Webster, married to L.P. Woodall and S.Z. Webster. Then I want to take you on this row in the middle. Big Mark's over there picking up pecans, hopefully. Here is a whole row. Mother. And these are Brooks. And they're sort of stoned in, 1837 to 1880. (1860 to 1863), just a young one, T.E. Brooks. (1858 to 1896). This big stone over there, that's more Holmes. Some of these over here are caving in. Of course, they didn't use vaults back in those days. January to September, a little one. Mary Lou Hayes, wife of John D. Holmes. This one's completely sunken in now. Here's some doves in the woods. Maddie C., wife of W.S. Brooks, 1855. Married in 1878. Passed away in 1888. Age 32 years. There's another name. So, you know, there's a chance this was, maybe there was a church here. Maybe it was just a local cemetery. This isn't really an incorporated town area. It's just really out in the country. Lots of farmland.
We discovered many of these names listed in the 1860 Talbot County Census. Several of the family names owned large portions of acreage in the area on which they had plantations. Several were also listed as slaveholders.
Could have also been a church here back in the day that is no longer here. We have the Womble family. Here's one where we have the Woodsman of the World. We've talked about that before. It means he was in the lumber industry. And those pines are lined up over there for lumber, right, Pop, or paper?
They're planted pines.
Planted pines. Look at the rows and rows of planted pines. They get big enough, the timber companies come out and get those for the Georgia Pacific and stuff. Here is a military stone. Will G. Patrick, Georgia Army. Esther Patrick. George Douglas Patrick, a young 6-year-old child and an infant. So the assumption is parents and deceased children. That's sad. December 10th, 1931. Another military stone, William Patrick Jr. And then these are a little askew, but some more stones here. There is no writing on any of these. No stand-up markers, but there's a pecan. Stick that in my pocket. Here's an obelisk stone. He was a Freemason. And these are brooks. Our Mother, T.M. Brooks. This one is completely caved in. And back here in the corner, our father, a different name, Matthew Miller. These two were married in May of 1823. Oh, these are older ones. Wife of Matthew Miller. Her name looks like her name was Missouri. This is one way in the corner. A different name, McLaughlin, Harold M. McLaughlin, 1914 to 1971. We'll check out these last ones. Here's the view out to the street. It's a fairly busy country road, lots of farms, really a pretty drive actually out here. Millers. And we'll come to this last big stone. We'll go home and we'll get some research about this. Maybe we'll find out something cool about the folks who are resting here. We never really can tell. We have Cullen Pope Miller and Missouri Davis Miller. Now that stone over there mentioned Missouri. So maybe this was a new stone put up for them. August 25th, 1832 to April 21st, 1900. 1837 to 1914. Father and
Cullen Pope Miller
mother.
and his wife Missouri Davis had 11 children that all lived a full life. We found so much information about this family.
right, we're in Talbot. Is that right, Mark? Talbot? Talbot County, Georgia, outside of Meriwether County. Infant daughter, have a heart-shaped stone. Born and died in September of 1895. A son. Robert Lee, son of Emmett and Lizzie Miller. June to October. Some of these stones have been propped up with other stones. Oh, here's a whole nother name. Francis Goodall. No, excuse me, Woodall. So it looks like people and James Woodall and Francis were married, so this is a husband and wife stone. Blessed are the peacemakers. So it looks like this burial started in the 1800s here. 1880s seems like are the older death dates, so that makes sense, right around the 1880s. Okay, we'll see what we can find out about this cool little cemetery. A little roadside cemetery. Might have been a graveyard at one time. Maybe there was a church here. We'll see if we can find any research about it. And let's see what else we see down the road. What? Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of junk down there in the woods, but there's also that cool homestead. I can see a well building and a foundation. And a little so that little cemetery or graveyard is close. Interesting, this chapel is from 1828, so it is quite old. Oh, more pecans. Yep. Little one. I hear a vehicle in the woods. Pecans. Chapel from the early 1800s. Not much of a graveyard. A lot of white crosses. Some big trees out here though. There's like a little stone-lined path here. And a lot of white crosses. Let's carefully go see if I can see a name on this one stone. But the rest of the stones don't have any markings. But I guess the church has come out and given them these nice white crosses. M.A. Womble, 1867 to 1914. Womble. This might have been the Womble. There's an obelisk stone. Nothing written on it anymore. Now this would be a graveyard where we just left. It's likely a family plot or a cemetery. As far as we know, there wasn't a church, but a little Christmas tree out here. No. Could have been a church there back in the day that is no longer there. Maybe when we do our research on those names, we'll be able to give you guys a little more information on that. Pretty overgrown. Okay, I've never seen this on a stone. It just says bought by Charles Collier in 1948. Alright, so the stone was put up. For Charles Vines Collier Jr. Okay. Here's the rest of this little J.D. Howell on this gate. You see that? And this is a graveyard in the back of a church. Little Christmas decor.